Hi there, I'm Kevin Newell here for TotalFisherman.com, and today I'm going to show you all of the ways to remove a fish hook. There's 3 different ways, and I'm going to show you a easy way, a not so easy way, and probably what's going to turn out to be a really hard way. And this is for you to learn how to do it, and hopefully you can remember this, and this helps you out when you're in a pinch. Here we go. First off, I'm going to show you that we're not rigging this at all. I'm putting the fish hooks in my arm, and we're going to insert all of them, and then I'm going to show you the 3 different methods for removing them. So here we go. Well, it's going well. By the way, these are 4/0 Gamakatsu octopus hooks, and they are sharp. And guys, I did sterilize these before we got started. So yes, to answer your question, that does hurt. And human skin is surprisingly tough. So guys, if you've got a fish hook in you, something really bad went wrong. Come on, get in there. Get in there. I know it's a little creepy, but it ain't that big a deal. Trust me, it'll be more creepy when you got the fish hook in you, so take note. All right, guys. We're going to get the hardest one out of the way. The first way everybody thinks of doing a fish hook is to just rip it out. That's not always an option. A lot of times you go to the doctor, what they're going to do is they're going to push it through. And so I'm going to show you how to push the fish hook through. After we get done with that, you can either nip the barb off, which most people don't have a pair of side cutters capable of doing it, or you can just mash the barb, and we're going to see what happens as to which route I take. It takes a lot of force to get that baby through there. Sometimes you might have to use your hand, like I am. Remember, you're doing this on yourself, that's one thing. You do it on somebody else, you're going to want to go fast. Okay, so it's through. So you can take the side cutters here, and you can cut that off, or most of us don't have side cutters, and the pliers get rusty and everything else. I recommend smashing the barb down. That way you also don't have a piece of metal going flying off if you were to cut it off. So all I did is I smashed the barb down, and now I should be able to just back that out. It's not too big a deal. All right. The next one, we're just going to grab it and we're going to pull it out. All right. I've done this before on myself. Sometimes if you don't have a helper, the next method involves a helper. So you just grab down here, and guys, you want to get a good grip on this hook, okay? Grab it and pull. As you can tell, that didn't come out real easy, and that hurt pretty good, okay? So the next method always amazes me is when you have sharp fish hooks, you don't actually bleed that much. So the next method is we're going to use braided fishing line or heavy monofilament, and you take a loop of this around the bend of the hook, and I do have a helper today, and he is going to place his thumb like, and I will tell him when to go, like so, and mash that down like that. And as I'm fiddling with that fish hook, that's feeling pretty tender inside my arm. So you mash this down like that, and you hold it there pretty well. And then I'm going to pull on the fishing line down there in the bend of the hook. And what happens is when this fish hook is pushed down like this and rotated, it's disengaging the barb from inside my arm. Okay? And then you just pull it out. So I'm going to get a good grip like so. All right, Mr. Helper, go ahead and push down on that, nice and firm. You got it? Mm-hmm. 2, 3. Mr. Helper, do you have it nice and firm?
I'm sorry.
All right, here we go. 2, 3. Okay. That didn't go so well. All right, and that didn't come out. Guys, these are big fish hooks, and actually what you saw was the rebound pushed the barb of the hook through my hand. Not my hand, but there. So all we're going to do is we're going to pinch that off. Okay. We're going to back that back through the hole, and we're done. Hi there, this is Kevin Newell again. We were less than impressed with the results of trying to remove the fish hook with what is supposedly supposed to be the easiest and most pain-free way, using the fishing line and getting around the bend of the hook and popping it out. So we thought, well, maybe we should be doing that with a smaller hook, and maybe it's the big hook, just that, you know, the barb's too big, it's not going to be able to handle doing that, and you wind up with the same result we had. So I got a small hook here, and I think we'll give it a go. All right. So this, I don't know, this is maybe a size 4 hook. A lot of trout fishermen use a hook this size. So we're going to get it in there. You'd think the smaller hook would go in easier. And we're almost in. Let's grab the pliers, get this going. Get my big hands out of the way for the video. Okay, it's in. There's no doubt when it goes in. It goes in with a pop. Okay, so it's in firmly. We're going to take our fishing line. We're going to take it around the hook like that. Okay, and my helper is going to push down firmly. Don't be afraid to hurt me. You're going to be fine. Okay, and I'm going to pop that out. As you can see, guys, see what's happening here? Helper, put your thumbs back on there. Okay, when he's pushing and I pull this way, and it's pulling this out from under his fingers like that, and the line is coming off of there. And as you can see, it again rebounded, the skin did, and it almost came all the way through. We just push it through, which, guys, that hurts, but it's not that big a deal. Pinch the barb down. The little hooks like to roll around. Helper, can you hold that still for me? Just the top part near the eye. And I'll grab that. Hard to get on there. I'm going to do the alternative method, and we just cut that off like so and back it through. A lot easier to cut the end of the fish hook off on the small hooks with, you know, a pair of regular old needle nose pliers that we all have than it is on one of these bigger hooks. Guys, those are all the methods I've seen. Those are all the methods I've heard of. And if I can find any more, I'm sure I'll bring them to you here at TotalFisherman.com. Thanks.
I'm trying to figure out the physics of that. And I think what the problem is, once it leaves my finger, it rotates back through. And then when you pull it, you're actually pulling up the spine of it, and it's sinking it deeper.
Well, it rotates it through.
I understand.
You would have to put fishing line through that hook to keep that from happening. But you know what? You have just as good of a chance of having it rebound and hook yourself again. Or worse, you get hooked by it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm never trying it when I need to get a fish hook out of somebody.
I think watching what you just did, I think pushing it through and clipping it or pinching it is...
I'll be honest with you. It wasn't too big a deal to just grab it with the pliers and pull it out.
Pull it back out?
Yeah.